Hi guys, so recently I tried out this die set and I made this cute little gift bag, gift box, and ever since I've been thinking I really want to make this out of felt. I think it'd be really fun. I mean, there's going to be different ways to do it, but I think I'm just going to stick to what's in here. Although you can fashion a different piece here. I mean, you can make it round. You can stick these two together. You don't have to make a gusset in it at all. But I think it'd be really fun to make out of felt. So I know this is still available there on HSN, so I'll go ahead and link that in the description box, possibly embedded in the video. But at the very top of the description box, those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase. I see those links. This is such a cute set, so I just really wanted to work with it in a different way. And when I woke up, because I've been thinking about it, I was like, wait, how did they attach the face to the thing? Because I was going to fashion my own kind of something else in here, you know, to make it gusseted. And then I was like, oh, it had a flap. I'm like totally thinking of all these things. So I'm like, how did I stick the other one? So we will use that. So we're going to use all this stuff. So just the basic things. So this, and this. Hopefully, because the other one's a little bit finer. We'll see how felt cuts with it. And again, stiff felt, floppy felts, whatever felt you have. Usually when I make a video like this, I link a bundle. I think it goes to Walmart or something. But originally I have a set from Arteza, which is from Amazon, so maybe I'll link that one too. But right now I'm going to look for black felt for these guys, and then just some orange felt for the one side. I'm not going to decorate both sides. And then this guy, probably also black, which is kind of boring, but you know, if you have another fun color, you can run that through. And then some kind of cute green color for this. But I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I did find soft felt, so floppy kind of felt, and I just picked very basic colors. This one happened to be pieces that you buy separately. I think I got this at Joann many years ago. And then, oh, that's not good. And then this was in a pack. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to run these through. Again, a lot of machines have enough pressure to cut this. You know, we cut felt with the Grand Marquis, and I've cut it with the Spellbuyers Platinum machines. I was going to use my Empress just because it's here. If I do, well, I will, if I do. I'm going to use, like I always use, this stuff to the side, oh my goodness, the metal shim. Only because I don't know that it's ever had enough pressure, or I mean, I'm sure it does, but I feel like whenever I work with this, with the, can two fit here? Ooh, just barely, maybe not. So maybe I'm just trying to figure out the best way to use this. Probably go this way, that way I can do this guy on the other side. I'm going to cut into the metal shim and I'll show you what I mean, especially with this felt. It is soft felt. Soft felt's a little bit more difficult to die cut just because it's like fluffy and whatever else it has going. So I will cut into the metal shim like this. And I left myself the smallest amount. No wiggle room. Let's see how it does. So again, it's just the two plates cutting into the metal shim with the self-healing mat from the Dollar Tree. Let's see what happens. Let's try it out. Oh my gosh, do you guys watch this video? I am in love with this rosette. I need to hang it like somewhere I can see it here. So cute. Oh yeah, no, that's perfect. I mean, and again, it might be overpowered, like there might be too much pressure, but cutting into the shim, as you can see, with that big imprint of the shim, but it cut. So it might be able to cut it without it, but I'm just going to do them all with the shim, just like you just saw. Okay, I'll be back. Just as a little experiment without the shim. Yeah, see? No good. So it might be a little much pressure, but that's okay. I'm just going to place it right back where it was. I'm sure it's not a problem because it'll just kind of fall back in. All right, now we know. Like I said, always use the least amount of pressure needed to get something going. So anyway, it was worth trying. Here's how this would look. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so cute. And then I'll delicately and carefully remove these pieces. And you can run it through, you know, yellow if you want a paper, or not paper piece, but felt piece, those pieces back in. But I think it's okay. Well, this looks like this now, so I have to flatten that out. And I didn't cut on both sides, so that's another thing. You can kind of go back and forth. But anyway, all right. Let's put those to the side. And that's that. And now, cutting into magnetic mat, like, you know, the Griffin one might make a difference. I don't know. I don't even know where mine is because I use it so never really. I was saying infrequently, but that's not even the case. Okay, I already have my glue gun plugged in, and this time it's ready to go, full of glue stick. So that's good. Yeah, this cut really well. I thought might have some issues. If it's still stuck down at all you do is just snip wherever it might be stuck, you know, with some little scissors. I don't know that I'm gonna do the whole thing with hot glue because, well, okay, let's see. I had some different ideas, so that's part of my issue. I was going to go ahead and sew this to this base, but now I'm like, I'm getting kind of lazy on that. So I'll tell you what I would do if I was going to do that. I wouldn't stick this down yet. So whenever everything's done, I would put this on here, tack it down a little bit with a few stitches, and then add this decorative piece over the top. But I think we're going to do it all with hot glue. You can also use Beacon's 3-in-1. That works really well for a long-term hold, you know. I'm just checking out what I have. Sometimes if you end up pulling it, you might have these little bits of fibers. Okay. Let's go ahead and stick down the face to one of these guys. These little fibers here. I just laugh because of the way the glue just fell out. It keeps falling out, and I'm like, I don't even know why I set it up. Well, I have to use it like right now, that's why. But it keeps falling out. Okay. Oh, now I already forgot which was the back or the front. This is the back. And if doing a little bit at a time, because, you know, hot glue sets up pretty quick, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick some down. And then just kind of lift it up, stick the rest of it down. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. I think this is coming out better than I even imagined. That is so cute, guys. Okay. And let's pick this side up, whatever was left. Was this stuck down? No, I thought so. I was like, I didn't think I got any there. So it's just... And then all these little strings, I don't mess with them until later, because if you keep pulling, they're just going to keep making more glue strings, so just leave them. And when you're all done, you can take that. Okay, so like I said, I wouldn't glue this down yet. Right now that I'm here doing the detail work, I guess this is the time to do it. So if you wanted to take a moment to just tack down that handle. The reason I'm saying I would wait is because if you use like black thread, obviously you're going to see it through these leaves. I'm just doing part of this, guys. Ooh, this one's gangly. However it lies is how it's going to be. All right. Good. Again, you can definitely use Beacon's 3-in-1 on this part because it's not integral to the structure of the thing. You want it to stay really, really well. But this is working out for the most part. Look at all that. A lot of glue strands this time. Ah, that one got on my finger, so it's going to keep pulling. See, this is what I'm saying. So I'm just going to cut it. Because if I keep pulling, it's going to keep pulling. Oh, got on my finger again, but that one was a piece that was just out. Okay. I was debating doing green on green with this one. I think that'd be really cute. But all the greens I have are, I don't know. It was going to be too overpowering, like too much. So you can imagine that. Cute. But again, it can be a different color. And maybe I'll stick this down a little better. I can see that this is coming up. Okay, so I'm going to use this the way it was intended to be used. But you can also cut a strip. And then give you a measurement so it fits. A strip that is about 8.5 inches long, and then, you know, how wide is this? Let's see. This is 3 inches wide with the glue tab, so whatever I just said, I already forgot. Oh my gosh. 8.5 by 3 inches. And then maybe just put some little slits, like a little cut here, a little cut there. So you're still going to have a piece here, okay? You can imagine. 8.5 by 3. Just a couple little cuts, you know, how far in? Let's see. 3 inches in on either side. Little cut, little cut, little cut, little cut, and then bring it over here and just glue it down like this, right? So you're making glue tabs with those little cuts. Just glue it down and then glue the other one on top. But for this, I'm gluing it essentially the way it's supposed to be crafted. I'm gonna turn this over. These are the back sides, guys. It's hard to tell, but they are. I don't need that in the way. So right to the very edge with this one. And you gotta check real quick if you're straight on it or not, because this will hold pretty fast. Okay, so that's good. And on this side, same thing. Right to the very edge. It's hard to tell which is, I think this is the nice side. And then turn that over and, oh yeah, perfect. Okay. And this is just how I'm doing it. I think this is the easiest way. Fill that in. And then pop this guy right on top of here. And usually I'm checking my score lines, all this stuff. I don't really care on this one because it's soft. It'll just mold to what we want. You guys, this is crazy. It's coming together. I'm gonna let that set up for just a minute before I manipulate it more. Okay, so now that this is cold, I can rip that off or take that off. Okay, so are we gonna focus on one side at a time? How are we gonna do this? I guess I'll use a lot of glue. I don't even know what I'm, okay. Okay, I need this to go up this side, so I guess I'll bring this over like this. That's what we'll do. And just bring it up the side. So again, this is gonna have more of a squared off base, but if you did your own, you can just run it around kind of the shape of this guy, right? Okay, there's that one. Actually, I'm watching out for my finger, but just try to get it right on the edge there. Yeah, I'm just going right up this edge here. Right? I might have brought it in a little too tight. It could have been a little further out. Let's see. Can I have do I have a minute? Do I have a minute? There we go. Just so you have a little more room for treats. That was kind of pitched in a little bit. Okay. Now this guy, again, nice and straight along here, right? And again, if you're doing this with kids, Beacons 3-in-1 will work. You have to hold it a little bit longer, and then, you can do things like this and not burn yourself. So I just want to see where that is. Perfect. Looking good, in my opinion. Maybe a little bit more in. A little bit more this way. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this back one is going to be a little bit floppy, obviously, because I didn't put an extra layer. But if you want to put an extra layer, go for it. And so I would have done this, and then I would have sewn that little strap there in. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I need a little tool to help me with this one, this last one. Okay, there we go. Don't glue your scissors in to the thing. And then just wait till that hardens. You can take that off. So no harm, no foul. If you have a silicone tool, that'll help you with that too. Okay. Look at that. And it even stands up still. But now I'm looking at it, I probably would have gone with a second layer on this guy just to make it sturdier. But that is coming out, I mean, super cute. Okay, let's put our handle on. And again, tack down whatever you need to, with that first layer so it's not going anywhere. And then tack down the second layer, or in the back side. And then go ahead and add this decorative piece, but it takes a little more time that way. And let me clean this up a little bit from its bits of, what's it called, glue, because I did have quite a bit, and I will be right back. Okay, so let's get that glued down. A good amount of glue would be best. Right in there. I saw that this little loop wasn't quite down, so I put a little glue so it's still warm. This glue is interesting. I think it came from Crafter's Companion because it's just some little set of 5 pieces of glue, and I have their glue gun, so I think that's where it came from. But it gives you some time to work, which is nice. See, I already ran out of a whole glue stick, basically. Okay, on this back side, stick that down where I think it looks centered. I'm gonna let that set up because apparently this glue takes a minute. Again, which is nice, but I will be right back. All right, let's check this out then. Oh my gosh, you guys, how cute. That is so cute. I mean, obviously if it's weighed down, this might end up coming off. I don't know. How much do you trust hot glue? I think it's pretty good. But look at that. So cute. I mean, oh my gosh, you can have this on your desk too because it's super reusable, obviously, and you can put little treats in there for people coming by if you're working in an office, that kind of thing. And I'm telling you, I feel like it worked up faster than the paper one. Look at that. How cute. So I'll spend a day cleaning up some of this hot glue. But other than that, I think this came out super adorable. So thanks for watching, guys. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box. And I will see you all at the next one. Well, actually, one more thing. I was going to say is you don't want to put this gusset. You can definitely just glue these two guys together, just a bead of glue just around the edge, maybe up to here or so. Maybe here so you can put a good amount of treats in there and then still put the handle, right? It would just be flat. All right. Bye now.